Hello, my name is Cheryl Meyer, otherwise known as Cheryl M. Health Muse, and I am a health coach. I want to welcome you to my podcast, It Feels Good to Feel Good, Future-Proof Your Health. This is a weekly show that will share lifestyle changes that you can make to support your health yourself. Why do I want to share this information with you? 7 years ago, after being a business owner for 20 years, I woke up one morning in horrific pain where every bone and every joint in my body hurt. I went to the doctor. She ran lots of tests, and then she ran some more, and then she ran some more, and finally she called me and announced she was going to give me steroids, but there was absolutely nothing wrong with me and I should seek therapy. I knew something was wrong. I hurt. So she told me I would be on steroids for the rest of my life, and I refused that I was going to have a life of pain and pills. So why was I going to take steroids if there was nothing wrong with me? So I dug in and started researching, and I turned my business over to my staff. I found a functional doctor who confirmed that I had autoimmune disease. By making a series of significant lifestyle changes that I could do for myself, 5 years later, I had returned to relative health. The best part is that I am now 70, and I feel better now than I did when I was 50. I no longer hurt, which is huge. I will always have autoimmune disease, but losing the pain has been amazing. I went back to school at 67 and became a health coach because I want to share everything that I learned with others. And I wrote a book called It Feels Good to Feel Good, Learn to Eliminate Toxins, Reduce Inflammation, and Feel Great Again, as the manual I wish that I had had when I got sick, and my book has won 13 awards. So whether you want to future-proof your health and grow old with dignity and grace without dementia and chronic pain and disease, which you don't need to get, or whether or not you already have a chronic condition like autoimmune disease or cancer or heart disease, and you want to learn about what things you can do to improve your long-term health, or whether you want to improve the health of your families and raise healthy children, because 53% of our children have a chronic condition, I look forward to sharing all this information with you. I will tell you, it truly does feel good to feel good, so let's get started. I look forward to having you join me here every week, and I want to give you hope that if you have chronic pain or chronic disease, you can make changes that will improve your health, and if you don't want to go there, you're going to be fine if you listen to the show and put these things into work. I want to give you information so that you can grow old and have a better tomorrow. So thank you for joining me. Let's get started. Welcome to another edition of It Feels Good to Feel Good, Future-Proof Your Health. We're finally going to get to some information that I have been teasing about for several weeks. We're going to continue talking about chakras. We're going to talk about how color is vibration, which we talked about in the last podcast, but we're also finally going to get into what color each of the chakras are, what colors you can eat from the plant community that will actually improve the energy in your vortex of that particular chakra, what the phytonutrients are that are in that color of that chakra, and it all connects, whether we are talking about color in nature, color in plant food, the vibration and the color of the vortexes. It's all going to come together in this podcast. So if you've watched my podcast up to now, finally, you're going to get the information that I keep teasing that I'm going to come to, because it's important, and it's important that you connect what all the colors of the rainbow mean in your life, in your health, and in your body, your brain, and your soul. So I'm going to start off with a quote that every time we eat, we connect to the web of life. And what all of these vortexes are, the 7 major chakras that we've been discussing, Those are the webs of energy in our body. And there's actually hundreds of vortexes in our body. Every single cell has its own vortex. And then we talked about the fact that the earth has vortexes that are very powerful, and that some major things have been built on some of the powerful vortexes, like the Great Pyramids and Stonehenge. We talked about how Sedona has some very powerful vortexes. And Mount Shasta is the number one, the root chakra of the earth. All of that connects to the chakras that are in our body. And it also connects to all religions, whether it's Jewish and the Kabbalah, or it's Christian and the Bible, or it's Hindu and the Sanskrit, that where the chakras were first discussed, to our American Native Indians who also believed in the same 7 major chakras, to tribes in Africa who saw the same colors on the body and the same vortexes. It all connects. Nature and the universe are really a wondrous thing. So I'm excited finally to connect what the phytonutrients are to each of the colors and how to fine tune the energy in each of your 7 vortexes. Let me just sort of put some perspective on what the chakras are. The 4th chakra, which is your heart, is in the middle of your 7 chakras. And that's where there are 3 below that are involved with physical energy, and there are 3 above that are involved with spiritual energy. Now, there are people who seem to think they should only be up in their spiritual energy, and that's not true. What you're looking for is balance. You need all of your chakras to be balanced and all of the energy to be fine-tuned so that it flows through your body and creates health. And so that's what we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about how to create health by getting all of the vibrations of your different vortexes in order with all of the beautiful plant foods that are available and the 20,000 phytonutrients that they're discovering are available in plant foods, all of which create health in our body. The 4th chakra is actually bridging the physical energy and the spiritual energy, which balances mind and body. It's the first time to take you beyond the limits to personal self to experience connection and oneness with others. We're going to start at the 1st chakra and we're going to work our way up. And you'll remember in Native American ancient philosophy, they started at the top and worked down. So we're going to start with the Sanskrit, African, Jewish, Christian philosophy that it starts with the root chakra at the bottom. The lower chakras are the magnetic centers and they're little energy processing plants. Think of them like a tree. The root is the system that allows for interconnectivity with the body. The orange center, which is the next one up, is the supportive chakra that's there to deal with some of the body's basic functions for survival and reproduction. This one also is in charge of hormones, so that's important for when you want to reproduce and have children. So first you have to ground your root, then this is reproduction. The next one is your solar plexus, which is directly related to your digestion. And then we go up to the middle chakra that connects above and below, and that's your heart. And that's where the love comes from. There is heart energy where you can actually, without saying a word, pick up what's going on in everybody's life in a room, because our heart energy is very sensitive to the vibrations that are coming from all the other heart energies in the room. And then we go up to your throat chakra, up to your 3rd eye, and then finally to your connection with spirit. So we're going to start with the root, the orange center, and then the yellow center, which is digestion. The 1st chakra is your root chakra. And you'll remember when I did the meditation in the last podcast, which I strongly recommend you go back and you learn, because it starts with you taking all your energy down into the earth, down to the core of the earth, laying out light roots all the way down till you get to the bright orange center in the middle of the earth. And then you just revel in that warm and comforting energy so that you strongly root your chakra energy in the earth's energy. And then you pull all that energy back up and let it flow over you. It is a great meditation. It will help balance your chakras. So go back and look at that, because we're going to move beyond that now to other ways to balance your chakras. But that's a great place to start. And I use that to go to sleep. I use that for protection. I use that to alleviate anxiety. It does all kinds of things for me. So it's a wonderful meditation to go through to ground you above and below so that everything is working harmoniously together. The emotional aspect of your root chakra is the ability to deal with tasks that are related with material and the physical world. So it's self-defense, self-esteem, personal and emotional security issues, survival issues, money, food, shelter, financial independence. It represents our foundation and our feeling of being grounded. It's the first chakra, which is rooted down to the earth. It is the seat of the unconscious mind, housing the intellectual drives for food, sex, and survival. Through this first chakra, life is brought into being, it is preserved, and it is reproduced. A person with a healthy first chakra possesses a natural love of life and a basic love of self. You can see why it's important to have a really healthy root chakra, because it's the foundation for everything else that happens in your life. While a person with a healthy first chakra proactively ensures his or her own safety and well-being, he also has a natural trust in the abundance of life, knowing that the basic needs will be provided. The first chakra can inspire a sense of confidence and trust for any aspect of life. Generally, the first chakra develops in utero and during the first few months of life. So it's really healthy to have a healthy development of its dependence on the nurturing attention of caregivers. So those early months when you're first born as a baby is when you realize your energy of your root chakra. For overall health and happiness, the first chakra must be as healthy as possible to serve as the foundation upon which other chakras can then be supported. The first chakra is balanced. It brings you physical vitality, a sense of safety and security, stability, solidity, and prosperity. Acts to balance stress and provide grounding. It affects gene expression, success, patience, and acknowledgement, courage, intestines, spine, bones, passion for life, and self-love. In Facebook today, I posted about epigenetics, where we are given a certain genetic code from our parents when we're born, and it's not only from our parents, it's from their parents and their parents. It gets passed down through multiple generations. But just because we get a certain genetic code does not mean that any diseases that are in that code have to be realized. Epigenetics now believes that we can either turn that switch on or leave that switch off. And one of the things that helps us do that is remaining firmly grounded in our first chakra energy and then feeding it for maximum security and health. If our first chakra is out of balance, this is what we do to feed it. If it's weak, you experience feelings of fear or anxiety. I have 2 clients right now that I'm working with on anxiety. There are significant challenges in your body, and they impact your business, your family, and your difficulty in manifesting what it actually is that you want in your life. So it's important to fix the energy in your first chakra if it's out of balance. If it's overactive, You tend towards overeating, excessive spending, greediness, resistance to change, workaholism, excessive spending, negative information, and fear-based thinking. And it's like a disease to the first chakra, creating overconsumption and greed. Signs of your root chakra imbalance are anemia, fatigue, lower back pain, sciatica, depression, frequent colds, cold hands and feet, selfishness, anxiousness, rage. So if you're having anger management problems, you need to work on fixing the energy in your root chakra. Constipation, clumsiness, sleep issues, poor circulation, reproductive problems, and issues with your metabolism. And you definitely need more sleep. Now, we've talked about how important it is to get 7 continuous hours to sleep, which has now been proven in several peer-related studies by the University of Berkeley science team on why we sleep. Address the issues of identity, family, and survival. So what do you do to fix it? Number 1, the first chakra is red. So you're going to want to eat a lot of red foods. And don't just eat one red food. If it comes to beets and red peppers and tomatoes, there's lots of different red foods, and you need to be eating them all on a regular basis, close together to the other colors so that you remain balanced, so that you do feed the same energy of your root chakra. And remember, color is vibration, so by eating that color in the plant family as your food will automatically feed the energy in your root chakra. The next thing is you go barefoot. It's important that you get outside, you put your feet on the ground, and you pass energy and electricity to the earth, and you let the earth pass electricity to you. Do imagery to get grounded to the earth. Work on your survival needs. Do you feel safe? Feel your red blood cells. Eat more red meat. Now, eat clean red meat. I recommend that you eat meat that has his species-specific diet, which means grass-fed, grass-finished beef, or bison, which is red, or lamb, which is red. He only likes to eat grass. You need to eat clean, quality protein that's red. That's where you get your iron, your copper, and your calcium. And along with sleep, your sex, your water, and your air, one of the most important aspects of survival is food, what we eat. Your physical body needs food to survive. It's one of the primal acts that all human beings on the planet must take part in to some extent to exist. So eating results in a sense of being grounded or rooted in the physical. So the benefits of walking barefoot is that you reconnect to nature. It decreases your emotional upset and your anxiety. Just getting out in nature will eliminate your anxiety. It helps you absorb free energy from the earth. It pushes off the body's dirty electricity that you're getting from electronics. It strengthens and stretches your muscles, tendons, and ligaments in your feet, ankles, and calves. It gives you free reflexology and toe stretching. It improves your circadian rhythm. One of the recommendations in my sleep podcast is to improve your circadian rhythm. When you get up in the morning, you spend 5 minutes outside and let the natural sunlight hit your eyes, which will, believe it or not, help you go to sleep at night. And it delivers all of the benefits of grounding and earthing just by getting outside and walking barefoot. What to choose to eat. Clean, lean proteins, which will support your adrenal glands and your immune systems. And a lot of your hormones are produced in your adrenal glands, so your hormones are partly controlled by your first chakra. You want to eat clean proteins and red foods. We talked about that. You want to eat organically grown red fruits and vegetables, beets, cherries, apples, pomegranates, strawberries, raspberries. Practice body awareness to balance your stress. and keep yourself in the moment. You can't do anything about the past, and you can only manifest the future if you're keeping yourself in present time, in the moment. Another comment about vortexes, which I learned because I live part-time in Sedona, there are female and there are male vortexes. One goes in a counterclockwise direction, and that would be your male vortexes. The other one goes in a clockwise direction, and that would be your female vortexes. Your female vortexes are where you forgive things that happened in your past and you let them go. Your male vortexes, which go in a counterclockwise direction, are where you manifest your future. So it's great for you to go to the male and the female vortexes in Sedona so that you can utilize the energy that's coming directly from the earth, where you can either release or you can manifest so that you're in harmony. What do you avoid for your first chakra? Toxins that stress your immune system, heavy metals, genetically modified foods, artificial dyes, foods with additives or preservatives, foods that cause your immune system to be reactive, which means inflammation. Situations where you feel that you have to defend yourself, where your survival is threatened. Situations that stress your adrenals, when you're doing too much or saying yes too much, when you'd really rather say no, or you're losing your sense of healthy boundaries. You have to come first, and you have to fill up your cup, or you don't have anything to give to the rest of the people in your life that you love. Those are all functions of your first chakra. 74% of our population does not eat enough red foods. So knock yourself out, buy as many red foods as you can, and eat them to keep your root chakra in balance. The phytonutrients that are in red are anthocyanins, vitamin A, vitamin C, and potassium. And so you want to make sure that you're eating red fruits, vegetables, seeds, herbs, nuts, legumes, lycopene, acethoxin, I'm going to pronounce these wrong, anthocyanins. And you want to stay away from red food dyes, and which are 40 and number 3, and conventional red meat, which is loaded with all kinds of hormones and nasty antibiotics and things that your body doesn't need. The red benefits are they support your prostate, your urinary tract, your DNA health. They protect against cancer and heart disease. And one of the things I read today when I was posting about epigenetics is we all have cancer cells, and they are produced all the time. The reason some of us get cancer and some of us don't is our immune system is either strong enough to fight them off and win, or our immune system is not strong enough to fight and win. So eat red, and make sure you're eating all the other colors of the rainbow that support the red and keep that energy healthy. And you want to be eating an alkaline diet, which is mostly vegetables. So 80% of what you're eating should be fruits or vegetables, because cancer doesn't grow well in an alkaline environment. So even though your body's constantly producing cancerous cells, you don't want to get the cancer. The reds give you lycopene, and they benefit because they reduce the risk of cancer. They lower your blood pressure and your LDL cholesterol levels. They help you maintain memory. I want to keep my memory. I'm 73, so I don't want to be giving up my memory. They fight off infections, and they support your joint tissue. Okay, then we go up to the next chakra, which is our orange chakra. We're going to eat orange foods so that we have the same vibration to support our orange chakra. And the sacral chakra, which is what this chakra is called, is related to emotions and sexuality. When your second chakra is balanced, it brings you a depth of feeling with the ability to enjoy pleasure, sexual fulfillment, and a passion for life. What it does, it controls your physical health, your fluid dynamic emotions, and your movement. It also impacts your fat storage, and it is very seriously connected to your ability to reproduce. and your female and your male hormones. It's the place where new life comes from. It also impacts your kidneys and your bladder, and letting go with ease. It controls your large intestine, your creativity, your relationships, your emotions, and your sexual organs. The second chakra is discussed as the boiler room of the body's energy system. This chakra helps us be proactive and confident in life. Through this chakra, we experience birth, sexuality, and creativity. When it comes to overall physical health, the sacral chakra provides a feeling of strength and wellness. Therefore, it's such an important chakra. And because of its location in the body at the center, this chakra can provide grounding as well, centeredness, and stabilization. It also serves as a kind of anchor for the easy fluctuating fourth chakra, which is our heart, which regulates our emotions. So when this is balanced, you have emotional warmth and tolerance because you have balanced also, given a foundation for the energy in your fourth chakra, which is your heart chakra. It helps you with tolerance and maintaining great relationships. America's Phytonutrient Report stated that 79% of the people surveyed did not eat enough yellow and orange. Now we're talking about orange, but yellow is up next, and that's digestion. So eat orange and yellow fruits and vegetables. It's important to find an even distribution of colorful foods, and after adding in orange foods, water, and healthy fats and oils, start to pay attention to how you're feeling physically and emotionally. Now, I strongly recommend every morning when you get up, you look at yourself in the mirror and you have a little conversation with yourself. I ask myself, how do I feel? And then I get quiet and I go into myself and I listen. I was surprised at just how smart my body is. And if I'm not feeling top notch, like I have a little bit of inflammation at the moment, so I have eaten something that has triggered one of my sensitivities. So I'm like a little computer that goes through, what did I eat? What could I have done that has made me a little puffy and that has influenced my inflammation? Remember, I have autoimmune disease. So even the slightest bit of inflammation does impact my body. So get in touch with your body, and after you eat red, orange, and yellow foods, see how you feel. Let your body tell you how much better it feels that you're laying that strong foundation to connect with the earth and with your physical needs. Indications of a balanced orange are more hydration, a healthy reproductive system, and learning to go with the flow, meaning feeling more relaxed and flexible in the ups and downs in life. What if it's out of balance? How do you feed it? When the second chakra is weak, you most experience emotional numbness, lack of excitement, fear of sexuality or pleasure. It's overactive, so you tend to experience excessive mood swings, addiction to stimulation, and sexual addiction. Signs of sacral chakra imbalance are eating disorders, alcohol or drug abuse, depression, asthma or allergies, candida or yeast infections, urinary problems, a lack of feeling, dulled senses, impotency, and frigidity. It impacts your lower back pain, your digestive problems, your lack of energy, your kidney, and your gallbladder. So what do? You want to use your creativity more. You want to express yourself more. Buy some watercolor brushes or pens and do something creative. Express yourself. Allow yourself to be sensual and flow freely. Eat healthy fats and oils, and you know the oils that you're supposed to be eating, and they're good for you. Don't let them tell you fat is bad for you. The oils and the fats that are good for you are omega 3s, omega 9s, and I just discovered there's an omega 8 that I'm going to go back and I'm going to start researching. You want to be eating orange foods, which are lots of carrots, tangerines, oranges, orange bell peppers, sweet potatoes. They're also loaded with carotenes, which are loaded with vitamin A and really good for you. You want to make sure that you're hydrated enough and drinking enough water, and add fruit to your water. I bought some half-gallon glass bottles on Amazon, and I like to fill them up with filtered water from my kitchen sink and then put berries in them or put lemon and cucumber in them. And then that's what I drink all day long, and I drink somewhere between 40 and 60 ounces of water a day. Every cell in your body needs water, so make sure that you're drinking adequate water. Also, you can use cooling herbs like fennel and mint and lemon in your water. And don't be worried about lemon being acidic, because when it gets into your gut, it becomes alkaline. So it creates an alkaline environment, which is very healthy for your body. Ask yourself, are you blocking your feelings or are you allowing them to flow freely? Make sure that you practice mindful eating, which means you're not sitting in front of the television just shoving it in. You're taking time to chew and to enjoy the taste of your food. Do you guys know how many times you're supposed to be chewing your food? I don't do anywhere near this, but I'm working on it. 34 times before you swallow. And why are you supposed to do that? Because it's the first stage in digestion. And if you're not chewing your food and mindfully enjoying it, you're probably eating and not even realizing that you swallowed it. You're going to overeat. I only want you eating to 80% in the first place because I want your body to catch up to you and tell you when it's full. And if you eat over 80%, you're going to be way too full by the time your body catches up with you. So chew. It's really important. Give your inner child space to create and experience your emotions about cooking and sharing food. And eat orange foods with curcumin, which is the active ingredient from turmeric. I use that for pain. I do not use over-the-counter pain medications anymore. A loss of appetite for food and for sex, or a lack of life purpose, jealousy, gynecological problems, and prostate problems all mean some kind of imbalance with your second sacral chakra. If it's in balance, you have creativity, you can manifest easily, you have great relationships, you don't have guilt or fear or fatigue, and you have a great defense system against toxins. And please go through your house and eliminate all the toxins that are there. My first book, It Feels Good to Feel Good, Learn to Eliminate Toxins, Reduce Inflammation, and Feel Great Again, tells you how I researched and what I found, and then what I replaced all of those toxic items in my house with. Everything with a synthetic fragrance, to what I did my laundry in, to what I use on my skin, to what I feed my body. I eliminated all the toxins that were in those products so that I could lower my toxic load and return to wellness after getting autoimmune disease. Orange foods improve brain function and decrease muscle cramps. They lower the risk of cancer and heart disease. They increase the efficiency of the immune system. They're loaded with carotenoids, folate, potassium, and vitamin C. Orange and red foods have some qualities in common with antioxidant properties. Two major plant carotenoids that are associated with orange foods allow you to have the antioxidants that your body needs to promote health. So when you hear beta-carotene, you're probably thinking carrots. Well, as it turns out, there are hundreds of carotenoid compounds, and some of them are fat-soluble antioxidants, which are the vitamin A vitamins that are in them. So when we eat orange foods, we store the vitamin A things in our fat tissue. While carotenoids are found throughout the body, they can also localize in different parts of the body, such as the macula, in the retina of the eye. You don't want to get any eye diseases, so you need the lutein that's in the orange foods. It also gives you healthy uterus and ovaries, and both human and animal studies have found associations between blood levels of carotenoids and hormone levels in fertility. So, the signs that your sacral needs healing is constantly wishing to escape or avoiding discomfort, settling for a romantic partner that's not right for you, agreeing to business collaborations that don't really align with your future goals. You need to learn to say no. and denial of a failing relationship, whether it's a friend or it's romantic. Papayas are loaded with great antioxidants, and even the seeds are edible, so don't stay away from all the orange foods are loaded with all of these goodies. Cantaloupe is a rich source of beta-carotene, but make sure that when you cut it up, you refrigerate it right away so that you don't have microorganism growth on it. That one I didn't know, so that was a surprise. Eating these orange foods will make you more flexible in life and allow you to go with the flow better, and then they'll also improve your creativity and improve your vitamin A and your vitamin C in your body. So, to recap, they are in charge. Orange foods feed your reproductive health and hormone balance, and they also ground you and are the bridge between your heart and your root chakra. A Mediterranean diet is also really good to feed your sacral chakra. Your third chakra, which is yellow, the sun locus or the stomach, it is known as your solar plexus. You can feel things in your solar plexus. Gut feeling comes from your solar plexus, and it is directly connected to your stomach and your digestion, and it's called the third brain. So if you get a gut feeling, I want you to know yourself well enough that you should be paying attention to it, because the energy in your solar plexus is picking up something that your mind is not picking up, but it's an important message. The solar plexus controls your personal power, your will, and your autonomy. When it's balanced, it provides self-esteem, good self-discipline, and a spontaneous and playful attitude, and the ability to take risks. Ambition, the ego, it affects blood sugar and digestion. The pancreas, liver, small intestine, and stomach create fire and energy that we need to survive. Your blood sugar balance, your digestion, all come from your solar plexus. Your confidence level, your take charge attitude, moving forward with your goals, projecting, and achievements all come from your solar plexus. So it's fire in the belly, a gut feeling, and can impact too much or too little appetite. Your will and desire for life are associated with the third chakra, along with the ability to feel confident, disciplined, and in control. Attributes that are very important for creating your life. So before you can make anything in the world, you need sufficient will to make it happen, and that comes from your solar plexus. In this sense, it is the motivator of the sixth chakra, which is your third eye, which is the seat of the intellect, where the intentions and the aspirations of your life are formed. So your third eye is grounded in your solar plexus. You get gut feelings in your solar plexus. Your third eye is where you get empath abilities to see the future. So it's all connected and all needs to be in balance. Before you can do or make anything in the world, you need that sufficient will to make it happen. The third chakra fuels your creativity just like your second chakra did. So we go from orange to yellow, and they're kind of in the same color family. But the solar plexus is where you can be spontaneous, playful, and able to take risks. When this chakra is strong, you feel in command of your emotions and thoughts, and your physical posture is straight and aligned. When yellow is imbalanced, you are energized and confident to harness your personal power for reaching your goals. Your metabolism and your digestion are robust, and you have infrequent issues. Now, if you're out of balance in your solar plexus, and if your third chakra is weak, you experience a lack of energy, poor digestion, low self-esteem, poor self-discipline, and you tend to be a victim. Now, I don't like victims. I want you to own your own power. So I want you to do and manifest that you have more power than you realize. You have more power over your health than you realize. And if you feed your yellow chakra and you feed this energy, which is your solar plexus, you will gain back your personal power. Sometimes outside authority in the forms of leader logs will block you from creating what you want, but the more often or not, if you have an internal sense of authority and a strong belief about yourself, you will create a solid sense of empowerment and internal authority, and that's very important for your overall health and for the health of your third chakra. The best way to ensure the health of the third chakra is to develop a strong personal identity rooted in your higher self, here and in your life purpose, and then connected to your ground root chakra. When the third chakra is fully activated, you become aware of your life's purpose and are able to continuously orient your will towards it. If you're imbalanced, you have indigestion, liver problems, gallstones, pancreas disorders such as diabetes or hypoglycemia, self-shaming, an overachiever personality. I dealt with lots of these in my youth, my younger years. You have indigestion, you have panic attacks, you have frequent illness, and you have high blood pressure. So that's really important to get your solar plexus into balance. To balance it, if you're looking to heal it, do creative things again, just like you did for your second sacral chakra. Take art classes, read empowering books, do puzzles. The energy of creativity may reactivate any stagnancy that's in the third chakra. Expose yourself to more sunshine, like the color of the solar plexus, and spend more time outside in nature. Do detoxification programs to help digestion. Now, I believe in detoxifying using real food. You're not going to use chemicals to detoxify. But if you need to support your third chakra, your solar plexus, you're going to be eating yellow foods, which are summer squash, lemon, pineapple, and bananas. You're going to be eating warming spices like black pepper, cardamom, cinnamon, and garlic. Certainly ginger is part of this family, and teas like chamomile, and they will all boost the energy of this chakra. Yellow foods provide our body with a variety of nutrients, including A and C and all the B vitamins, plus potassium and folate. Eat yellow legumes and an assortment of yellow vegetables, which includes yellow bell pepper and yellow tomatoes. And if a food comes in more than one color and one of them is yellow, like tomatoes, eat that. Eat the yellow as well as the red. You want to eat all the colors that are in familiar foods. Don't just eat the one that is most plentiful. What the food industry has done is they've been sorting out the seeds that are not as popular, but they're not sorting for taste or for nutrition. They are simply sorting for longevity so that the plant can travel a long way and not go rotten too quickly. What you need to be eating are all the phytonutrients that are in these seeds that are heirloom seeds that are packed with nutrition so that you can achieve maximum health. So if a tomato comes in yellow, make sure you got some of the yellow because you're going to get different nutrition from that yellow tomato. Season your cooking with yellow spices such as turmeric, ginger, mustard seed, and curry. They invoke digestion. Think about a captivating power of a campfire or the warmth given from a well-tended fireplace in the winter. Yellow is transformative and powerful, which is the perfect mirror for our digestive processes. The most famous traditional digestive supporting yellow food is ginger. So I slice it up and I boil it in water and drink it as tea. I use it a lot in my cooking. I throw it into my morning shakes. Add ginger wherever possible because it will help your digestion and it will improve the energy in your solar plexus. It also provides gastrointestinal help for disorders, nausea relief, and gastric emptying. Citric fruits are very high in vitamin C, and they are included with the risk of esophageal and gastric cancers, while the phytonutrients present in citrus, which are hesperidin, nobiletin, and rutin, are protective against gastric ulcers. And you probably know rutin is also very important for your eyes. Pineapple contains bromelain, which is a strong digestive enzyme that helps us break down protein-rich meals. The dietary fiber in yellow foods lowers the risk for developing heart disease, diabetes, constipation, and colon cancer. And bananas and plantains, which have indigestible fibers that feed your beneficial gut flora, what they are is they're prebiotics, so they feed all the good gut bacteria in your gut, so they're really important. And they contain high amounts of serotonin, which is your feel-good hormone. So they're great things to be eating because they'll make you feel good. Grapefruit has a lot of pectin. Apples have a lot of pectin, a soluble fiber that lowers your total and LDL cholesterol. And the digestive system goes from your esophagus to your stomach to your pancreas to your small intestines to your liver to your gallbladder. They're all connected to your solar plexus. So these yellow fibrous foods will help all of those organs. At a cellular level, this process takes place in your mitochondria inside your cells. Proper digestion allows for the absorption and assimilation of all these fabulous nutrients, so your body can function and carry out countless chemical reactions that it needs on an ongoing basis. Nutrients from the foods you eat provide your body with the energy that it needs to run, walk, eat, breathe, and even read these words. When the process of digestion is impaired, nutrient imbalance and deficiency results, leaving your body without the fuel it actually needs to function properly. And then there are downstream effects for ill health. Dietary fiber is important, and it relates to a variety of plant-based substances that are resistant to digestion by your gastrointestinal enzymes. That's what helps you flow freely. It's what keeps your digestion going well. It's what cleans the toxins that your liver has eliminated out of your body. It's what makes the sugar that you've eaten get out of your body. Dietary insoluble fibers are crucial to your long-term health. And then it also lowers the risk for developing heart disease, diabetes, constipation, and colon cancer. Garbanzo beans are part of this family, so if you consume chickpeas or hummus, you're getting higher intakes of dietary fiber and vitamins A, C, E, folate, potassium, magnesium, and iron compared with those who do not consume them. So they're important. Yellow squash is even a great source of dietary fiber. Amaranth, brown rice, cornmeal, millet, polenta, quinoa, whole grain breads, whole grain cereals are also options that are fiber and nutrient rich, but make sure they're organic. You do not want genetically modified corn or things like wheat that have been heavily sprayed with glyphosate, which is Roundup, which we all know now creates cancer. So you need soluble, insoluble, and prebiotic fibers that are found in the yellow foods. If you don't do this, you're going to feel like you're burning a candle at both ends, and you're going to get burned out, fried to a crisp, and you're going to be eating too many refined carbohydrates. So take the entire family, avoid sugar, and eat as much yellow as you possibly can, and that will bring you more power and authority, warmth, happiness, a need for recognition, health, joy, desire, passion, sexual fulfillment, and love into your life. It'll ground you. So yellow and orange help the cells in your body communicate with each other. Those are your mitochondria. They are loaded with lutein, and they decrease the risk of macular degeneration in your eyes and in your body, and they increase your energy levels and support your immune system. Next up, we're going to go to your heart chakra. Which is your fourth chakra. Now we're leaving our survival needs and we're going to the love bridge, where we have human relationships and then connect to the spirit and connect to the earth. So the fourth chakra is the middle chakra of the seven. The three below are associated with physical energy, and the three above are associated with spiritual energy. The fourth chakra bridges the physical energy and the spiritual energy, balancing your body and your mind. And you need to be healthy in both. It is the first to take you beyond the limits of your personal self so that you begin to experience your connection and your oneness with others. A healthy fourth chakra creates a balanced and harmonious energy of love, joy, compassion, completeness, and a deep sense of peace, which sends it out in all directions in equal part, which is what heart energy and heart math are, expanding your energy, and it facilitates the balance of logic with emotion and the real with the ideal, allowing you to develop the maturity to be objective and unconditional in your love of others. You both give and receive love, from a centered and balanced place if you have a healthy fourth chakra or heart chakra. You are also better in tune with others' feelings and at ease with yourself in the world. Now, since I was a little kid, I didn't know that this is how I could describe it, but I could walk into a party and tell you what was going on in everybody's life in the room. But if I'm walking on the street, I don't even notice if a tree has fallen down or if someone has shaved off their beard or changed their look dramatically. I don't always see my physical world, but I have always felt heart energy and can pick up things from the people around me. You know if you can do that or not, but it's a great energy to do work on because it will make you more empathetic to others in your world and it will help you understand them. Your emotional experience, both positive and negative, is regulated by the fourth chakra. Positive emotions will actually keep this chakra open, while negative emotions will actually block it. Life is a constant process of opening the fourth chakra by positively responding to the world around you. If it's balanced, it brings you boundless love, wholeness, and compassion, and a deep sense of peace, centeredness, and empathy. Your heart, your lungs are all connected through your fourth chakra. So your compassion, your service, and your loyalty are also from this energy center. It affects your circulation and your breathing. It impacts your hormone balance and your unconditional love. The heart chakra is related to love and is the integrator of opposites in the psyche, mind, and body. It is what balances your yin and your yang, your male and your female, your ego and your unity. The green chakra is the passage of energy associated with oxygen and blood circulation. It's how the body passes food to the cells. I'd never really thought about it that way, but it's true. Your heart chakra is the energy that takes what you have digested, puts it into the blood, and passes it to every cell in your body. The garden of love is green, without limit, and yields many fruits other than sorrow or joy. Green is the color of nature. So when we think of nature and plants, we often think of green first, life and growth, especially new growth. Green is also associated with peace, hope, rest, nurture, and balance, and nature and healing are interconnected. It's one reason why when you get out into nature, it's so healing. And if you listen to my podcast on trees, you know they also let loose chemicals that they're really letting loose to protect their own children in the forest, but they have all kinds of healing abilities for your body. So get out in the forest and go sit and just soak in those chemicals because they're really great for you. And phytonutrients that are in the plants that we eat are there for the plant. They're there to protect the plant and to give him what he needs. But by eating them, we also heal all the different things that we need in our bodies, which is why it's so terrific to eat a plant-based diet because that promotes health in our body. Doesn't it feel wonderful to just get outside and breathe in fresh air when you're out in nature? Get out into nature. It's healing, and it's practically impossible to be depressed if you're out in nature. Compassion, expansion, service, breathing, lungs, circulation, heart, and oxygenation. Just as breathing in nature can be healing, breath is important for our lungs and our heart. There's a wonderful book called Breathe that goes back through history and talks about how we've forgotten how to breathe properly and that it is the best way to release stress and reset our parasympathetic nervous system. Deep breathing relaxes us, expands our lungs and our heart, and shallow breathing makes us anxious. So make sure you take a couple of breaks during the day to take some great breaths. And I like the Dr. Andrew Weil 478 breathing exercise. Look it up on YouTube. You breathe in for 6, you hold it for 4, and then you whoosh it out for 8. So you breathe in, you breathe it in for 4, you hold it for 7, and you whoosh it out for 8. You put your tongue up against your teeth when you whoosh it out, and that balance, doing 4 rounds of that, takes 3 minutes and resets your parasympathetic nervous system and releases chronic stress from your body and helps you resettle into a happier body. Green foods are heart healthy. They contain chlorophyll, which gives the foods their green color. That acts as an antioxidant and a blood purifier, promoting robust circulation to give us a healthy glow and healthy skin coloring. Green foods also contain essential nutrients such as folate, vitamin B6 and B12. It lowers levels of a compound called homeocysteine in the blood and is positively correlated with heart disease, stroke, and deep vein thrombosis. So if you eat more green foods, you protect yourself against those. Green foods and the whole family of green vegetables also helps protect your liver, and a healthy liver protects every other organ in your body. And remember, your liver as a diseased organ is the #1 cause of heart disease. So they all connect together, and they need green foods to all remain healthy. Other wonderful vitamins and minerals that you get from green foods are A, C, and K, and minerals of calcium, magnesium, and potassium. You also get phytosterols that help reduce bad LDL cholesterol, and phytoestrogens that enhance your heart health, balance estrogen, and calm your mood. The gifts of your 4th chakra are boundless love, wholeness, compassion, and a deep sense of peace and centeredness. It integrates the opposites in the psyche, your mind and your body, your male and your female, your ego and your unity. If you're out of balance and you're weak, you have feelings of shyness, alienation, loneliness. So if you're feeling lonely, I strongly recommend you get out into nature and that you increase your green vegetable intake. You have a fear of intimacy and a lack of empathy. When it's overactive, you focus too much on pleasing others. You have poor boundaries. You say yes to everything, and you experience jealousy. When people think of green, you're on the path of love. Many people say that love is red, but actually, red is passion. Remember, it connects to our sexuality. Green is the kind of love that embraces and envelops us like Mother Nature when we're walking in a lush forest. It's heart healthy, and the satisfying fat of the avocado, eat lots of avocados. I just discovered that they have omega-9 oils in them, and it can even reduce your bad small particle LDL. So eat a lot of avocados because that oil is unbelievably good for every cell in your body. And it's also great for long bean sprouts and liver-loving artichokes. And remember, artichokes are prebiotics, so they feed they're prebiotics, so they feed your probiotics in your gut. They support optimal circulation, elasticity in the cardiovascular system, vitamin K1, and naturally occurring nitrates, folate, antioxidants, and fiber. Stay away from green dye #3, but eat more green fruits, vegetables, seeds, herbs, nuts, legumes, chlorophyll, spirulina, and chlorella, all of which are outrageously good for you. Studies have shown that 18% of cardiovascular disease risk can be reduced by almost every day eating consumption of green leafy vegetables, including all the cruciferous vegetables such as broccoli and Brussels sprouts. They have a variety of profanols and flavonoids and antioxidants. They are heart-loving, so green supports a healthy heart. Did you know that spinach, celery, and watercress have been shown to reduce blood pressure, enhance tissue blood flow, and aid in muscle oxygen utilization and improve exercise tolerance? Avocados are a good source of vitamin K, folate, dietary fiber, a variety of antioxidant nutrients, and healing fats. They also give you a lower risk of metabolic syndrome. Green grapes have a variety of micronutrients, including magnesium, potassium, and increasing dietary potassium can reduce blood pressure and lower the risk of stroke. If you have a heart chakra imbalance, you have a more tendency towards heart disease and disorders, breast cancer, chest pain, high blood pressure, immune system problems, and muscular tension. So do your breathing exercises, do the 4-7-8 breath by Dr. Weil, and eat green. Forgive, let go of the past, and then manifest your future through your heart chakra. It is a calming and a soothing color. Green is the color of harmony and balance. It's associated with feelings of peace and compassion. It's a color of nature. It is the color of prosperity and abundance, and it's the color of growth and renewal. 69% of us don't eat enough green produce. Signs that your heart chakra needs healing. You give, and are getting little in return. You feel exhausted. You're more tired when you wake up in the morning than when you went to bed at night, but you don't know why. And you simply cannot receive a compliment without instantly returning one back. So those are all the signs. Next chakra, your 5th chakra. This is aquamarine, and it's your truth chakra. It opens front and back, and it's where you speak your authentic self. It is the mind-place gate, separating external and internal strength, and it controls your throat and your thyroid glands. A throat chakra is related to communication on all levels. When it's balanced, it brings you clear communication with yourself and with others. It allows you to express your truth and the ability to listen to your inner voice and your creativity. It is where you are most authentic and find your voice. Trust, sincerity, faith, metabolism, speaking, chewing, hearing, and smelling, your voice box, your thyroid, your ears, your nose, your throat, your mouth. We take in information and choose what we do with it. We decide what is true, both from listening and speaking, all of which are controlled by the throat chakra. So smelling, chewing, and weight are all controlled here. This chakra is linked to the absorption of the physical needs through the mouth. When the 5th chakra is balanced, it brings clear communication and creative expression from within yourself and with others. An open throat chakra allows you to express your truth and trust in your own voice and your process of interacting with others. You're not afraid to be true to who you are. The 5th chakra, located in the throat, defines our expressive capabilities. If the chakra is connected to communication, it is the chakra with communication, truth, and our personal voice. Do you feel like you're always swallowing your words and not expressing how you truly feel inside? Then you need to do work on your throat chakra. If you feel like you're not letting your emotions out in a healthy way, these habits cause blockages in your throat chakra and manifest in having a thin, hoarse voice or itchiness or stuffiness in the throat. So it is the location for communication, self-expression of feelings, truth, having a voice in your relationships, having the right to speak, learning to express oneself and one's beliefs, the ability to trust, loyalty, organization, and planning. If it's out of balance, you have thyroid imbalances, swollen glands, sore throat, fevers and flu, laryngitis, jaw stiffness, neck and shoulder problems, stiff neck, anxiety, and you suffer from nightmares. You have a fear of speaking, you might stutter, and you have issues of breathing. A problem translates into a lack of emotional regulation, resulting in a buildup of emotional energy in the heart chakra. And with the fifth chakra closed, you're unaware of the true desires of your heart and may attempt to attain lasting fulfillment from riches and recognition instead of from all of the different aspects of life that fill and feed your soul. Problems of the fifth chakra develop when you don't express your thoughts and emotions, but you actually repress them instead. If this chakra is weak, you experience difficulty expressing your ideas and you have a fear of speaking. When it's overactive, you have a tendency to talk too much and an inability to listen. You have difficulty in being silent and an overactive thyroid. So make choices that serve your daily habits and serve your body, spirits, and purpose. Lubricate your throat with soups, sauces, juices, and water-rich fruits like melon and grapes. Eat iodine-rich sea vegetables. Sea vegetables are directly connected to your throat chakra. So like that skin on sushi, that's really good for you. Chlorella, spirulina, all of those things are really good for you to eat to feed the energy of your throat chakra. There's also nori, kombu, dulce, etc. Slow food restaurants, mindful eating, cleaning out all the toxins in your life helps. Speaking up, never being cruel or insensitive to others, never being uncompassionate. Watch your gossiping, lying, swearing, threatening, exaggerating. Being cold, repression of love, emotional instability, a lack of balance, heart and circulation difficulties, lack of conversation, thyroid disease. Take responsibility for your own needs, peace, and harmony. If you have to work on your throat chakra, eat an autoimmune protocol and practice mindful eating. And you want to eat broths, juices, fruits, sauces, sea plants, smoothies, spirulina, stews, and drink warm, comforting teas. Then we go to our third eye, which is the sixth chakra. The third eye is related to the act of seeing, both physically and spiritually. When it's balanced, it brings you insight. It's where your empathy comes from. It's a strong intuition, wisdom, and the ability to see the big picture. Seeing, thinking, intuiting, sleeping, dreaming. It affects your mood balance and your thought balancing, your pituitary gland. It is your third eye. It is your eyes, your brain, your mood, your thoughts, your sleep, your imagination, your reflection, and your intuition. Clear thinking, cognition, learning, and memory. Listen to that still, calm voice inside. Now, I can connect best with my third eye if I go deep into myself and I get quiet. And when I get quiet, then I actually have to consciously listen. And when I do that and let the air or the wind blow through my mind is when I am my most intuitive. It's when I used to design jewelry, when I had my jewelry line. I used to love to drive long distances because then I would get quiet and my mind would take over and my intuitive abilities would come out. It is the gift of sight, both through the eyes and the outer spectrum of empath abilities. The eyes give the body the power to perceive. The third eye allows for sight by intuition through the third eye. When your third eye opens, the energy in your brain is activated and your intuition, creativity, and concentration increase. Then you're able to see to the heart of the problem and you're able to solve it more easily. Have you ever had a problem and you've gone to sleep and you've been contemplating the problem and then you sleep and you wake up in the morning and you have an answer? That's because your third eye became active. With a finger on the pulse of the future, you're able to navigate wisely through the present. As a result, you can be cheerful, positive, hopeful, open-minded, and flexible. You welcome all the possibilities without prejudice or preconceived ideas. The third eye chakra is related to the act of seeing, and when it's balanced, it brings you insight, strong intuition, wisdom, and the ability to see the big picture. If it's out of balance, your sixth chakra is weak, then fresh creative ideas are hard to come by, and it's difficult to translate fresh creative ideas into reality. In frustration, you develop a pessimistic or a negative attitude, only believing in the small world visible to your narrow field of vision. Instead of searching for unseen possibilities, you seek comfort in your present situation and evaluate and judge others based on narrow standards. If it's weak, you experience difficulty visualizing, poor memory, lack of imagination, and difficulty in recognizing patterns. When it's overactive, you tend to have nightmares, a lack of concentration, intrusive memories, and excessive fantasizing. An imbalance in your sixth chakra creates mental fogginess, learning disabilities, coordination problems, sleep disorders, delusional thinking, confusion, poor concentration, poor memory, inability to concentrate, and psychic misinterpretations. What do you do for it? What do you eat? You eat blue-purple foods, which are loaded with all kinds of great things. They are loaded with resveratrol and antioxidants and phenolics and flavonoids, all of which are really good for your body. They're really good for inflammation. They are healthy for you to eat. And 76% of us are not eating enough blue-purple foods. So go looking for blue-purple foods. You're going to find a lot of them at farmers markets, because do you know you can find blue-purple tomatoes and blue-purple potatoes, and eggplant is blue-purple. You can buy purple grapes. All of those foods have resveratrol in them, which is anti-inflammatory and really good for your body. So blue-purple fruits, vegetables, seeds, herbs, nuts, legumes, and flavonoids. Stay away from blue dye number 1 and blue dye number 2. And purple is good for your heart, your brain, your bones, your arteries, your cognitive health, fights cancer, and supports healthy aging. Purple foods are anti-cancer, great for your skin, anti-inflammation, anti-heart disease, anti-diabetes, anti-aging. They prevent obesity. They prevent bacterial infections. They prevent urinary tract infections. God, did I have a problem with those when I was a younger woman. They prevent age-related neurodegenerative diseases. So eat purple. That's all I can say. Make sure you eat something purple every day if possible. Purple cabbage salad is a great thing to eat. But don't just eat one purple food. Eat a variety of purple foods, because together they each have different gifts, and they get together and they party in your body. So we've gone over, they promote healthy aging, they improve your immune and your digestive systems, they improve memory function, they lower inflammation, they lower your small particle LDL cholesterol, they lower the possibility of tumor growth and the risk of cancer and stroke. What's not to love about purple? For spices, eat oregano, dill, ginger, black pepper, rosemary, and turmeric. And then blueberries, grapes, eggplant, raisins, purple kale, purple cauliflower, purple potatoes, all of those are great for you. And chocolate falls into this category. So eat sustainable organic chocolate that's 70% or higher. Don't eat the whole candy bar. Eat 1 or 2 pieces. It's good for you. Eat omega-3 fats from fish, nuts, seeds, and vegetables. And something that fits into this category is wild-caught salmon, which is super good for you. Eat blackberries and cherries and plums. Grape profanols are also more bioavailable during the short light winter versus the longer light summer period. So make sure you eat grapes. And that takes us finally to our 7th chakra, which is our spirit chakra. It is lavender and white, and it is known as Heaven's Gate. The 7th chakra is the gateway between the physical and the spiritual, through which your own spirit connects with the pure energy of the cosmos. You can do this in life when the seventh chakra is open and balanced. You remember when we did the meditation, we started at your top chakra and we went and cleaned each of them out until they all were humming at their correct vibration and open. You want the energy to flow through all of them. And they're kind of like roundabouts. The energy comes down and goes around them and then continues on down. You want the flow of energy through all of your portals. When the seventh chakra is awakened, you can feel as if your body disappears and you actually become energy itself. As the illusion of separation falls away and all duality becomes integrated, you feel one with the universe and becoming free of conflict without and within. This is a good reason to meditate because you can go into yourself and you can become one with the universe and you can feel and allow your spirituality to open up. In this place of infinity, suffering is caused by illusionary pleasure. Pain, fame, and wealth is non-existent. It is the ultimate here and now where you can discover the meaning of existence and the purpose of your life. The information that you receive while connected to this clear, higher, multi-dimensional consciousness helps clear away all your negative beliefs, and this is what experience that people then call enlightenment. The seventh chakra tends to awaken following the activation of the sixth chakra. Its awakening unites the energies of the lower six chakras with the energy of the universe in divine union. It is the culmination of all seven chakras and signifies illumination, shining the universal rays of the divine and integration throughout your body and the world. So each of your chakras on your way up must be balanced in order for you to receive this ultimate energy and connection with the universe. The crown chakra represents the highest state of enlightenment and facilitates your spiritual development. When it's balanced, it brings you spiritual connection, wisdom, and mastery, open-mindedness, and totality of being. It connects us to each other. It gives us greater purpose. It affects circadian rhythms, our soul, the meaning of life, where we distinguish darkness and light, our vitality, our graceful aging, our life force, completion of the soul, human divinity, unity, and oneness. The white-violet chakra is associated with the brain, turning all of the raw material and directing all of the body's processes. When it's out of balance, when it's weak, we tend towards spiritual skepticism, a lack of inspiration, a closed mind, apathy. When it's overactive, we are excessively intellectual. We have spiritual elitism and form excessive attachments. Signs of crown chakra imbalance are headaches, feeling mentally stuck, living to satisfy physical desires, mental illness, neuralgia, senility, worry, skin rashes, hyperintellectuality, lack of faith or belief. We get dizzy. We have vision issues. We have cognitive issues. We have memory problems. And we have nervous system imbalances. So when you reach your spiritual chakra, you want to reflect on what your calling is on your path. You want to fill your living space with bright light. You want to eat white foods, which are onions, cauliflower, white beans, etc. Some of those are, again, prebiotics, which feed your digestion, which promote balance. You want to get more sunlight. You want to do healing light. I don't know if any of you have practiced morning papers, but that's where when you get up first thing in the morning, you just write automatically and let whatever's in your mind out. It's your most creative time, and you'll be surprised what you journal. Be grateful for all the little miracles in your life. Breathe into the lower belly. Love everything more. Love yourself, others, nature, our planet. Whatever you believe in that's greater than yourself, it will feed your spirit and your soul. Purge the toxins, get rid of confusion. This will also eliminate early senility and a lack of inspiration. allicin, niacin, which is vitamin B3, riboflavin, which is vitamin B2, are all connected with our seventh chakra, which is the crown chakra. It lowers cholesterol, blood pressure, and the risk of stomach cancer and heart disease. Detox foods are high in fiber, like non-starchy vegetables, berries, and legumes. Avoid all the white processed things like white flour and sugar and white salt. Eat white-colored foods, cauliflower, garlic, pears, coconut, onion, cabbage, and white beans. And eat organic, because you don't need poisons with every bite. So you need pure organic foods that are preferably grown locally. White fruits, vegetables, seeds, herbs, nuts, and legumes are what you do to balance your seventh chakra. 83% of us do not eat enough white, and yet they support healthy bones, our circulatory system, arterial function, and they fight heart disease and cancer. Okay, we've gone almost an hour and a half, but we've done all the chakras. Remember, you want to do the meditation I did at the end of the last podcast to make sure that you keep all your chakras open. You want to eat the entire rainbow. You want to eat it from as farm as local to you as possible. Now, I know I'm in California, so I get to eat local all year round, and if you're not going to be able to. So eat as local as you can. If you can't get foods from the farm, use a co-op, use a CSA box, use a service like Misfits that will get the food from as close to you as possible and deliver it. And then it has little hiccups, so it's cheaper, but it still is prime and loaded with all the wonderful nutrients you need to feed your chakras and all the colors of your body and your energy. And then you will live a spiritually and physically and rooted happy existence. So this is all very important. I'm delighted that I got to go through all the reason why all the colors were important. You know I'm a huge believer in eating the rainbow and eating it local, because then you're getting the nutrients right after they're picked. So you're getting them when the vegetables and the fruits are power packed, and you need that. If you can't do that, even frozen organic foods are great because they get frozen right after they get picked. So things like blueberries are actually even healthier for you when they're frozen, because it breaks down whatever the phytonutrients are in the skin and gives your body a big pout of all of the beauties of those phytonutrients. So just eat 80% of what you eat, or 75% of what you eat should be plant food. And so make sure you're doing that, and then you eat a quality protein, which is some kind of pastured meat or meat that eats his own species-specific diet. And then you're eating quality food, you're eating food of all the colors of the rainbow, and your body is humming as a well-tuned machine. Thank you for joining me. I hope you learned a lot about your chakras and why they're so important. You'll understand why they were so important in all of our old cultures, that no matter which way we came up through the hierarchy, all the old cultures believed in chakras as well. And we have earth chakras, and we have spiritual chakras, and then we have all of our physical need chakras. And it's important to understand all of this so that we have as balanced a body as possible. So I'll see you next time. Thank you so much. Hello, could I see a show of hands if there's anybody out there like me who's tried to lose weight their whole life and not been successful? So you've tried all the different diets available. You've tried Weight Watcher. You've tried Jenny Craig. You've tried all the New York Times bestsellers. And the last time you did it, you started off great, just like all the other times. And you started losing weight, and then all of a sudden you fell off the horse. And before you know it, you're eating fast food and processed food again with all that sugar, and you don't even know why. And in the end, you've gained more weight than where you started out. So you now are beating yourself up that you just don't have the willpower to win. If that's you, I want to address the elephant in the room, because 9 years ago I got autoimmune disease and started researching because I didn't want the pain that came with the autoimmune disease, and the added benefit was I lost the weight along the way. So let me tell you what happens. Big Food doesn't want you to win. They've rigged the system. They've put so many chemicals into fast food and processed food that they light up the brain like a pinball machine. It's the same part of the brain that goes off for cocaine and heroin, and you feel great when you eat that food, but it's not making you feel good, and you're starving your body for nutrition because it's loaded with empty calories, so you're getting fat eating that food, and it's not giving your body what you need. And it's turning off all your own feel-good hormones of serotonin and dopamine and even your insulin, which keeps your moods even. But worse than that, there's two little hormones here at the back of your neck called ghrelin and leptin, and they don't work, and they regulate your appetite because all those chemicals have subdued them, so you don't even know when you're full. So what did I learn to do instead? I'm eating the GLAD diet, loaded with all the phytonutrients that my body needs to be healthy and to thrive and to boost my immune system and to ditch the pain. And along the way of eating all this live food, I lost 60 pounds without dieting. You see, I was starving my body for nutrition when I was eating the standard American diet, and now that I'm giving my body all those beautiful phytonutrients, it's not holding on to it anymore, so it's just dropping it automatically. So don't eat the standard American diet. I don't want you to get a standard American disease, and I certainly don't want you to die the standard American death. Instead, start eating the GLAD diet, because by eating all those beautiful phytonutrients, you will be healthier and you will live long and thrive. Thank you.